Hello guys, what is up? And I hope you're all doing well today in general. It's been a while since I made my last ranking video, which was based on the Uncharted series, and it was really successful. It got a good number of views, but I was disappointed with the number of likes I did receive. So, guys, please, once again, a humble request. Please do like, comment, or share my videos if you find them informative or enjoyable. And please do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell notification icon so that you will be the first to view my videos. So today I thought I'd be doing another ranking video or another video game series, and this series has inspired me as well as a lot of people. This is another exclusive like the Uncharted series, and it is only for the PlayStation series. So when I'm talking about this series, I'm pretty sure PlayStation fans you will be knowing the series, and this series is the God of War series. So God of War is basically the series of games that is set Greek mythology primarily. Now they have moved to Norse mythology and they focus on a character called Kratos. He is a demigod and he is the son of Zeus. Zeus, he is the king of the gods of Olympus in Greek mythology. And basically, all the stories revolve around Kratos. Either he is trying to, you know, deny fate, or he is trying to get vengeance, to avenge himself and his wronging at the hands of the gods. So there are 7 games in the series, and I will not be counting Betrayal, which is a mobile game. So I'll be counting all the games that have come for the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation Portable, and PlayStation 4. So yeah, so let's get started. And again, like my last video, I will be doing a ranking from worst to best. So the games which I least like, which I found terrible, to the ones which I like so much. And yeah, let's get to it. So the game which is at last place is God of War: Chains of Olympus, and this is a game for PSP. So this game was pretty decent to play. I won't say it's entirely bad, but there are a lot of problems. So the main problem is the runtime. The runtime is very short, so there is little opportunity for you to explore a lot in this game. And the combat is also like quite it's become repetitive and boring. It's like you just have one single ability throughout the game, and you get bored easily. Also, the boss battles are not so memorable and forgettable quite easily, to be honest. And the main villains are also not that great. They just they serve as plot device initially, the whole series, telling what's to come. But that's it. They stop there. They don't really have that long term impact. So there again, that's why I don't like this game. But that's not to say like it's not entirely. It's not unplayable. Like you can still play it. It's decent overall. But there are these issues which are talked about. And okay, so coming up at second last place is God of War Ascension. Now, Ascension is a game that game for the PS3, and I think it was the last game for the PS3. I'm not really sure. Again, so Ascension was better than Chains of Olympus in a lot of ways, especially in terms to the graphics and the gameplay. But it was only tad bit. It wasn't wasn't so much better. This game had its own problems. It was very choppy. The combat was quite repetitive, even though they tried to make it different and they tried to make it very unique. Like you could use different abilities, but even then, like it really didn't work for me. This game all that well. The storyline was also quite. It's which shows Kratos in his like let's say at a time before he was. So they had advertisements and all the trailers they said before he was known as the Ghost of Sparta, which is his nickname. Uh, but yeah, this was quite early in Kratos' time, like I think this before he started on that journey for vengeance of trying to uh, avert his fate. But yeah, the plot was not all that great. And the villains are just, again, they're quite forgettable. They don't really do anything much. It's not that and yeah, that's all I have to say about this game. It's only a tad bit better in gameplay mechanics and I guess in some ways the combat, but otherwise it's still not that great. So that's why it is quite low. It's very low. And coming up next is God of War, Ghost of Sparta. Again, another PlayStation portable game. It is also forgettable to a degree because of its boss battles, but and the gameplay combat also. Like, they also feel quite repetitive. But in regards to the story, they have done something much better. They gave more. They told us who Kratos is. They showed us a different aspect of his character, and they also showed his other family, which is his brother and his mother, and how he's trying to save them. Plus, we also get to see how he gets more angry with the gods. Yeah, so that is what God of War Ghost of Sparta is. Then coming up next is at the fourth place is God of War. As God of War, the first God of War, and God of War, the original game was very decent when it first came out in 2005, I believe. I'm not sure. And at the time, it was a good game because the way they introduced you to Kratos' world and this myriad of characters, who have a lot of, there's a lot of variety in them. And here, the boss battles are just they're like decent. It's fun. You have a good villain in the form of Ares, the god of war himself, and you learn his connection with Kratos and how he has a role to play in all Kratos' acts of vengeance and stuff, and what he makes or what he tries to compliment Kratos as a character. The gameplay mechanics also they're also like the same, but this was the first game, so yeah, it's good and there is that flow to it. And it looks even much better on the remastered versions of the game. So the remastered versions have come for I think the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Not really sure about that, but yeah, the remastered versions look much greater than what they look at original. But even then, the flow of the combat is just brilliant and both the remastered as well as the original game. That's all I have to say about the first game. It's in fourth place, and so coming up at third place is the sequel, which is God of War 2. And God of War 2 is much better, and they improved upon the storyline. They showed how Zeus is actually he's quite scared of Kratos' abilities and stuff. So tries to betray him. Um, so the here also there's actually why this game is actually quite high is because they have a good number of boss battles. Even though they're not all that great, they're at least still it's fun to play and fun to fight these bosses. You meet the titans also in this game. So you spend time with the gods and the others. Now you're meeting the titans. Wait, actually, Ghost of Sparta has a titan, but yeah, it's just one titan, not many. So yeah, you meet the Titans, you learn of their relationship with the gods, and that adds an interesting element to the story. You see how Kratos tries to avenge himself. It's like the Greek tragedy stories. If you've ever read the Iliad or the Odyssey, you will know, and the other stories as well. Other stories in Greek tragedy, like Oedipus and all that. So you will know, like you can compare them with Kratos. Like he's a character who feels wrong. Um, he's a character who feels wrong by the gods, even though he was like not a very good person back in the day, he was still wronged by them. And this game clearly depicts that, like he was unfairly, he was right in what he was doing. He was just trying to, bend, but the gods took it as a threat and they just, got rid of him because they were paranoid like they always are. And we know, like from the other Greek stories, that they do have a paranoid sort of nature. Plus, they don't care a lot about humans. So yeah, that's what makes this game so great because it tries to emphasize on that fact. Now coming to combat, the combat is again it's still the same, like but yeah, it's pretty much the same. I don't think you get anything really new. You get Titan powers, which is awesome, and but the thing is, these Titan powers, why they're not that great is because they're just a clone of the god powers which you get in the first God of War game. So in the first game, you have gods as allies, and the other gods, except for aliens as allies, and they give you powers to, like fight your enemies and stuff. So yeah, this game, the Titans give you those powers, and the thing is, they're not that great because they're so similar. This is something we have seen before. So yeah, it's pretty much the same, but even then, like the first game, it has a good combat flow and so it lands properly. So, yeah. And coming up at second place is God of War 3. This is the last game, I guess, according to like in order, proper chronology order. It's the last game, and this brings that Greek saga to a close. And after this game is where we head over to Norse mythology, which I'll talk about a bit. And so yeah, so this game like it's pretty awesome in its boss battles. Santa Monica just up their game, and they up their game so well that the boss battles with both the Titans. I think the Titans and the gods are just great. First opening sequence is a good battle. You fight Poseidon, and it's I think one of the best sequences in I think video game history for me, I believe. Uh, and Kratos' storyline, we get some kind of closure here in regards to the Greek series of games, and we see we see the full extent of how the gods just they got crazy and they tried to kill Kratos and the people who they thought might betray them. We see Zeus especially. We learned how his character had changed a lot, and how he was the most affected and how he was scared of all these prophecies and stuff, and because of that, he tried to kill Kratos. So, yeah, that is for that game. And coming up at next place, and the first place, the game is in West is God of War, the PlayStation 4 game. So this game is just brilliant because they changed the whole landscape and they reworked the series and rebooted it without destroying the core element, which is basically Kratos and who he is as a character and what is his story. This shows him as he's quite older here. He's quite mature here, so much wiser here also. He's also more mellow. Like he killed all the gods by the end of God of War 3, so basically he did his vengeance. But now here we see how much guilt he has and how he regrets, how he's very remorseful of it. We show that he has a son. So he started another family and now he has a son. So the whole story here revolves around his relationship with his son and how they bond over their journey to spread Kratos' second wife's ashes. This is his son's mother. His son is also a good character, and He can also hold his own if he ever becomes the main character of his own game, I guess. Yeah, his own game. So yeah, so basically the whole story is about his relationship with his son and how they fight all the Norse gods on the way and how they learn of their connection with those gods, plus how those gods are also scared of him. In games of gameplay and mechanics, this game is a big game changer. It just rebooted it in a very awesome way and in a very new way. The combat is over the shoulder. The other games they had like a fixed camera point, but this game was like over the shoulder combat. You could actually fall and you could actually feel like you're Kratos when you're fighting these monsters and all. You have new weapons and new magics, so that is very awesome. And it essentially adds to that game's awesomeness. The art also looks beautiful, man. Like all the design, the models, and the whole set area of Norway just looks awesome. Midgard, Asgard, I mean, Midgard and Asgard look really awesome. Yeah, so that is pretty much all I have to say about this game. So, yeah, so that brings me to a close of my ranking video. So again, if you found this video informative and enjoyable, please do like, comment, and share, and subscribe to my channel. And once again, please click on the bell notification icon so that you'll be the first to watch my videos. So I'll see you all guys soon, and thank you so much.